Welcome, everyone, to the 42nd Annual NFAA Indoor National Championship. The 2022 version is on deck. We're at the Kentucky International Convention Center here in Louisville, Kentucky, as we set the stage for some professional shoot-offs. And it's also the Easton 100th year celebration. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Greg White, sitting alongside Dan Yazza, professional shooter, USA Archery Field National Champion, 2016 World Team member, outdoors, second a couple times. I mean, his resume is long and distinguished. Dan, welcome to the broadcast booth. What do you think about the weekend so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's kind of bittersweet to be sitting here because I'd rather be out there shooting, but appreciate the invite to come out here and do this with you.
Yeah, and you were in this shoot-off last year, and obviously you didn't make it this year, but you're going to give us some great insight. So we're here at the Kentucky International Convention Center. It's been remodeled since the last time we were here, I believe, was 2016. So what do you think about the shooting venue that we have here today and really the whole operation?
I mean, it's a lot bigger than it was. It looks like they knocked at a wall where the wall ended last time, so it's a lot longer, and the place looks huge compared to what it used to.
So if you've never been to this event before, it is a professional and amateur shoot, and the professionals shoot on Friday, and then they shoot again today on Saturday. The amateurs shoot on Saturday and Sunday, and this is a great opportunity, this professional shoot-off, for all the fans that are here, parents, shooters alike, to come and check out the best shooters in the world. Now, Dan, we have a couple of matches that are going to be on deck, and the first one is going to be the category of the senior male, and we have a couple interesting things going on. One, we're shooting for the national champion, so it's going to be 1 and 2, but then we have a 4-way tie currently for third place.
Yes, I mean, it's real tight with everybody. I think there were 118, 116 between first and third. So you got Kendall and Randy Morocco, both great guys. Shot with them a lot. I shoot a lot with Randy. And obviously I'm cheering for Kendall because he's a PSE guy. But they both shoot fantastic, so looking forward to these matches.
All right, and there is Bruce Cull from the NFAA. Let's get to Bruce and listen in.
The next 2 years, we will be right here in Louisville. This is actually the last year of our contract, but due to COVID, we missed 2 years, as you all know. And we're happy to be back. We're excited. And from the looks of this, I think this is going to be a good event. The professionals are all shooting tonight. We've got a pretty good show for you with a lot of ties and a great shoot-off. And we've got some special things happening, too. You probably see, I get accused of being the balloon drop guy, so you probably see some balloons around here. I'm going to tell you the last thing tonight. You're all going to get a chance to pop some balloons, and there's thousands of dollars worth of Easton products in them. All right? How many of you were in Vegas? Raise your hands. How many of you went to the balloon drop in Vegas? Okay, so a few of you know. You guys can be the ones to sit back and let all these other people get prizes, okay? We want to be really safe with that, but the balloon drop will be last. We're going to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of Easton, and it's going to be a fun-filled night for you. So at this time, I'm going to introduce our in-house announcer, Chuck Cooley, who's the pro rep, and he is going to introduce the first set of shooters and read the rules for this evening. Chuck, go ahead.
Good evening. Shooting off for the professional senior male division in a tie for third from South Dakota, Tim Audis. From Idaho, Benton Christensen. From Montana, Rob Morgan. And from Missouri, Paul Penrod. In a two-way tie for first, from Ohio, Randy Morocco. And from Virginia, the Bulldog, Kendall Woody.
And you saw the scores that these
The
archers
rules
shot.
for the shoot-off this
Here's Chuck
evening:
with the rules.
ties for first, second, and third place in the professional divisions are determined by shoot-off. Shoot-offs are 1 practice end, followed by 1 end, where only the X ring counts as 5. Then additional ends, where only the X ring scores a 5 as scored inside out, until all ties are broken. All ends are sudden death. Each archer's placement in the tournament will be determined by the order in which he or she drops out of the shoot-off. If more than one archer drops out of the shoot-off in the same end, those archers will be placed based on their total score and X count, including the score and X's accumulated in the shoot-off. Ties still remaining will be equally split in the combined payout of the tied positions.
All right, so thanks for that, Chuck Cooley. And the fans will be able to hear Chuck talking during the course of the evening. So Dan Yazza, I mean, basically we have the field of play, right? We're talking about 20 yards the distance to a 5-spot target, and we already saw our shooters hang their targets.
Yeah, I mean, it's this tournament. I mean, everyone looks at Vegas as like the granddaddy of them all, but this one is the hardest one to make the shoot off in because it's not 90 arrows, it's 120 arrows.
Okay, gentlemen,
So
this one will be for practice. The clock will start and stop you. Good luck.
yeah, so you know the distance, you know the size of the dot, same thing as you do at home all the time. It's just, can you stand up there and put them all in the middle every single time?
And now the question is, what's it going to take to win this one? So the left part of your screen, you have the 2 shooters that have a little distance between the 4. So those 2 shooters are the ones shooting for the number 1 spot. This is a practice end. So Dan, explain to us kind of what you're looking for. Why do we have practice this time of the day?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a practice range off to the other side, but the lighting could be just a little bit different. I mean, the lights in here are spaced out fairly good, so if you've got a light right over the top of you when you're practicing, then you come out here and your light may be off to the left. You could be favoring one side of the dot or the other. So it's just basically a reference to make sure where you're set at in the practice range is where you're hitting out here, and you can make your final adjustments.
This is the Freestyle Professional Senior Male category, and Freestyle, when we talk about Freestyle, describe that a little bit.
So Freestyle, you've got long rods, you've got magnifiers in your scopes, you've got lenses in your peep sight. I mean, it's basically a run what you brung kind of class, not the kind of limitations you have in Bowhunter Freestyle or something like that with length of stabilizers and things like that.
Yeah, especially here with NFAA rules, anything goes, including electronic devices on your bows.
Now, what you see, a lot of these guys during the week have been shooting arrows that were like 27/64 in diameter, which is the max for NFAA, because you're counting just hitting the X as a X-ring. Here, after your first in, you're going to inside out. So that means the arrow has to be completely inside the X-ring for it to count. So a lot of guys have gone to really, really small arrows. It looks like Kendall may be shooting the arrows he was shooting before, and I can't tell. Looks like Randy's shooting 27s as well, so they're just kind of running what they had. Looks like the guys that are shooting for third, most of them are shooting small arrows. Yeah, it looks like Randy's shooting PS 26s or 23s. I can't tell.
Yeah, Benton Christensen definitely shooting a smaller diameter arrow. Now, one thing to note that's different when we get to this point of the professional shoot-off is if you ever come to this event or you shoot a local tournament with a 5-spot, is that anything that you see in the middle of the target that's white counts as 5 points. When we get to after this practice end and we go, that's no longer the rule. The rule is anything that's X-ring. So even in this first end, if you just cut the line on the X-ring, it counts as 5. But if you don't get in the X-ring or hit the ring itself, it's a 4. And so that's something that's a little bit different. And then the second end, if we get to that second end and there's no declared winner either for third or for first and second, like we're looking at with the 2 at the bottom of your screen, we're going to go to that inside-out scoring that you're talking about.
Yep, just saw Tim Ottis take a big deep breath. Don't know if he's feeling a little nerves out there in this shoot-off or not in this practice in, but looked like he took a great big deep breath and kind of was like a, all right, we can do this. And it looks like he's shooting Pro Tours, so he went to that small diameter arrow as well.
Interesting release he has too in his right hand. You can see the clock just below his left hand. For those new to 5-spot shooting, how much time do we have to execute our shots?
So you get 4 minutes for 5 arrows. So it's quite a bit of time. Most of the time, a fairly quick shooter. I'm usually off the line with 2 minutes to spare, so you've got plenty of time to let down. Take your deep breaths, kind of get your composure if you need to.
If your ego allows you to let down.
Yeah.
the constant struggle with archery, it doesn't matter, men, women, old, young, just, oh no, I got it. And then the shot that you regret, right?
Yeah, you work so hard to get it so close, and it's like, I can't let this down. I've worked this hard up. It's going to go, and then it ends up biting you in the butt. So.
Well, Dan, let's talk about as we get ready for our first scoring end. We won't go too deep into it now, but thinking about some of the archers, you can see that some of the archers are going to choose to repair the holes that they put into the paper. Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, at this point when you're just scoring the X-ring, you're trying to maintain the integrity of the outside line. So if you got something that's hairy
All right,
close,
gentlemen, this will be your first official
you're at least going to be able to
scoring
see
end.
the line. And you do
Just
the
as a
same thing for
reminder,
inside outs to
this
make
is
sure
sudden death
you're
end by
protecting the
end.
integrity of the
Your
inside line
first
to make
scoring
sure
end
that
will
you
be
know
the
you're
X
inside
counts
out
as
or not.
5, regular scoring. After this end, whoever's tied will go on with the X counts as 5 scored inside out. All right, regular scoring, X counts as 5. Good luck.
I think these archers know what Bruce is talking about. It's not actually regular scoring, because regular scoring would mean anything in the white is going to be 5, but he's indicating to them that the X is a 5.
And say we've seen Randall and Kendall, or Randy and Kendall, shoot off quite a bit before. I actually think they shot off against each other at the last indoor nationals. Okay, Randy and Kendall are both in there good.
Looks like Benton dropped one a little bit low.
Paul's good. Morgan's good. Looks like Benton's is in there. And
Barely catching the bottom line.
Yep, and Tim's is in there as well.
Just a reminder, if you're joining us, this is the Freestyle Professional Senior Male category. The archers at the bottom of your screen, Randy Morocco and Kendall Woody, are shooting for first place. They're shooting for the win. The other archers at the top of your screen, those 4, Paul Penrod, Rob Morgan, Benton Christensen, and Tim Audis, they're shooting off for 3rd place.
So far it looks like everyone's got their arrows in there good. Benton's got that one low, but it looks like it's catching from here. Randy and Kendall are both good. Very solid X's.
Prize money for the winner, $2,500 from the NFAA, plus whatever contingency you have in your contract for the manufacturer that you shoot for. 2nd place, $1,500, and 3rd place rolls out of here with $1,000.
Looks like Paul Penrod may have just missed his 3rd arrow.
Yeah, he sure did. We
It
can
looks
see it
like
on the
about
screen. Yep.
8 o'clock, just a little bit out. Kendall, Randy are all good on their 3 arrows. Rob Morgan's good. And Tim Audis has got his top left target. It looks like it's in from here, but it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of close to 11 o'clock being out.
So Dan mentioned that over the course of 2 days there were 120 arrows shot. In normal scoring, anything in the white is counted as 5 points, but we do count X's as tiebreakers. And in the senior male category, the score from Kendall Woody and Randy Morocco was 118 X's, so they only missed 2 the entire weekend. The shooters that are shooting for 3rd place shot 2 under that at 116 apiece.
Yeah, and your X-ring, if you're looking at it on paper and you're not familiar with it, it's 4 centimeters, so it's about a little under 2 inches in diameter.
Same exact size if you've shot a Vegas face before as the 10 ring on a Vegas face.
So Kendall's got his in there. Randy's all good with his 5 arrows. And Tim's got that one that's close.
Now keep in mind, it's whoever shoots the highest score, if anyone ties, they're in. Anyone who's under that score is out as a sudden death.
Rob's got one low in the middle dot, but it looks like it's catching. Paul had another one low, but it looks like it's catching.
Last arrow for Benton Christensen.
And that one looks like it may be wide left. Nope, on the screen looks like it's about a half shaft.
Yeah, definitely looks half shaft. So the archers will head down. There is a line where the archers are going to stop. And then we're going to have our judges take a look at the target. And they're going to make the call. And Bruce should give us the answer with the microphone. So let's get it down to Bruce.
Nice round of applause for these archers on their first end.
Okay, Otis, 25. That's fine. Yeah, don't waste it. Christensen, 25.
25 for each.
Morgan, 24.
So Rob Morgan's going to be out.
Penrod, 24. So let's stop right here. So we're going to have Otis and who?
Okay, so it looks like Paul Penrod is out. So it's going to be Otis and Christensen that are going to remain and
all right,
shoot
give
off.
a big round of applause to Morgan and Penrod. They've been eliminated for 5th and 6th, and we're going to go on with Otis and Christensen for 3rd. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, congratulations to both those two guys. I knew it was hard to come out here and miss one right away, the very first end before you even get to inside outs, but they shot great all weekend, so congratulations to both those two guys.
Morocco, 25.
That's the benchmark score. So as long as Kendall Woody hit it, we move on.
And Woody, 25. So we will do it again.
Yeah, he was pretty solid in there. Randy looked pretty solid. So now that we're going to inside outs with their 27s, it'll be an interesting end, this next one here. So inside outs with 27s are pretty tough.
Didn't Kendall just win like $10,000 at Vegas a couple months ago by shooting inside out with 27s?
I believe that was Michael Braden.
Oh, Michael Braden did it. That's right. Yeah, Michael Braden.
Another PSC senior pro.
Yeah.
Who shoots very well. He was not here this weekend, which was surprising to see.
Yeah. Hope he's doing all right. So Kendall Woody and Randy Morocco still shooting for first place to decide that spot.
As a reminder, the two archers on the left are now competing for 3rd and 4th. The two archers on the right are competing for 1st and 2nd.
All right, gentlemen, and for the audience's information, they are now going to shoot again sudden death. This is their 2nd official scoring end, and this time the X counts as 5, scored inside out. For those of you that don't know what that means, it has to be in the X ring, and if it touches the X ring, then it's considered out. You guys aren't even smiling. How about you? Okay, there's some smiles. All right, guys, here they go. Good luck.
This category just as competitive as it was when they were in, you know, the professional male category. So everyone's focused on the task at hand. If you're just joining us, this is the NFAA Indoor National Championship 2022. We're watching the freestyle professional senior male shoot off for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. That's the battle for 3rd. And right there in the middle of your screen,
Randy's got one wide.
the battle for 1st.
And Kendall's got one wide. Looks like it's touching the line. So those two arrows are actually the same value. If Kendall's is touching and Randy's is really, really wide, those are still considered 4s.
That's right. And again, with this sudden death, it's the shooter with the highest score, and those that match, we continue on. So it's no drama that they haven't shot perfectly.
And on the other side, looks like Benton's got one inside out. Looks like Tim's got 2 touching the line. Randy's got another one on the line. Looks like Kendall's got one inside out. So Kendall's got a 1-point lead right now.
And Dan, as we look at those two targets, you can see they shoot in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always go top to bottom, left to right. I mean, just like reading a book. So, but a lot of people, the way they shoot, just their mind thinks about things a little bit differently, and that's just the pattern they're used to shooting. You can see some of those arrows, there's some shadows coming down, so some guys like to shoot bottom to top just so they aren't seeing the shadows. Kendall's got another one inside out. Looks like Randy's got one inside out, so it's still a 1-point lead there. Benton's was fairly close to a line there. I can't tell from where we're sitting. So that one's still pretty close. Randy lets down. Again, with the amount of time you have on this 4 or 5 arrows for 4 minutes, you got plenty of time to let down. You don't need to rush. Get into your rhythm, but if you need to take a second and let down, you have plenty of time to do that. Kendall's got another one inside out.
Still over 104 seconds.
Randy's got another one on the line, so it looks like Kendall's got a 2-point lead right now with 1 arrow to go. So that's pretty much wrapped up for him.
Yeah, all he has to do really is hit anything in the white, even if Morocco gives him a point back.
That's another inside out, so looks like Kendall's going to win this one.
All right, so last shot for Morocco.
Looks like that last shot was inside out, but I think Kendall's going to take that.
We'll have to wait for the official score, but a round of applause from the audience as we're going to find out what the scores are for that 3rd place battle between Tim Audis.
I don't have the angle on that to see if that top left one from Tim was in or not. That's probably going to decide it from where we can sit.
What's going on now?
Yeah, so they're looking at it. So whenever you're calling arrows, you can't touch the paper, you can't touch the arrows. So they're using a magnifying glass to make sure they're going to make the right call.
And with what's at stake here at the NFAA Indoor National Championship 2022, we have multiple judges that'll take a look. Each one of those judges not letting the other one know what the decision is.
Audis, 23.
So he missed 2 there, had 2 on the line.
But that is the benchmark score. So if Benton Christensen shoots above a 23, he will be awarded 3rd place.
And it looks like he's pretty solid in 24 there, so it looks like he's going to take 3rd.
And your 3rd place national champion, Benton Christensen with a 24. Tim Audis is 4th.
Congratulations to Benton Christensen, the winner of 3rd place.
Yeah, I see Tim over there looking at arrows just to make sure he agrees with the call. And all these guys are pretty close. You can see them giving each other a hug after they get done, and they all fight and want to beat each other every single time, but they're all respect each other, and
Morocco, 22.
makes them want to come back and shoot better next year.
So all Kendall Woody needs to win this national championship is a 23 or better. I think that arrow that they're looking at is, in essence, for the championship, a little inconsequential.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, you got to make the call.
Yep, he's got 3 pretty solid inside
And give
out.
a big round of applause to 2nd place, Randall Morocco, and your national champion, Kendall Woody, with a 24.
Another national championship for Kendall Woody, and a great run at it.
I know he's going to be making a call to Lonnie right now after he gets off the line. Since he won, I know the last time he won a national championship, Lonnie was the first person he called.
I'm going to turn it back to Chuck, and we're going to go right into another
really happy with that one.
And we have a special one in store for you now. Chuck.
shooting off for first place in a three-way tie in the professional female division. All three of these ladies set a new national record with a perfect 120x score. Also, the same three ladies shot off for first place recently in Las Vegas. From Hawaii, Liko Ariola. From Kentucky, Tanya Galantine. And from California, Paige Pierce. Again, these three ladies all shooting off for first, second, and third.
Well, the stage is set for our freestyle professional female, and incredible shooting for the NFAA Indoor National Championship. This is the first time any woman has ever cleaned with 120, and 3 of them did it. As these women now are going to set their targets up, and they're going to get
Chuck
their
mentioned,
practice and
history in the NFAA goes back to 1939. Our first indoor was in 1980, and no female archer has ever shot 120 X's. And it's just incredible to see this, because these same girls, as he mentioned, were in Vegas, and I'm not sure what they've done, but they're doing it really well. Once again, 120 X's, big round of applause for them.
all right, so these women, they're going to be shooting their practice round, and while they do that, we have a chance to talk to our winner, Kendall Woody. Congratulations, man. How do you feel?
Feels pretty awesome, man.
All right, girls.
Most people probably
I'm
don't
sure you
know,
heard the
but
rules
I've
before.
herniated a
You
disc
weren't
back in
listening when you were
September, and
practicing? Well, here's how
it's been
simple
a
it is.
struggle. My back's been killing me since the 5th round today, and I didn't really know if I could get through it, but Lord willing, I got it done.
Not only did you get it done, but in looking at the round that you had, for at least the first half of the day, Randy Morocco had a point lead over you, so you really had to hold steady and let Randy, kind of make that bobble and open up the door for your championship.
Oh yeah, I knew I shot with him yesterday, and he shot awesome. Randy's a great guy, great shooter. But I knew what I had to do today. I knew I couldn't miss. If I missed, I didn't have a chance. So I had to. I don't know whether my back pain just kind of took my mind off things or what, but it was a struggle. I shot a lot better yesterday than I did today, but I had 2 hiccups yesterday and none today, so I'm tickled to death. I really am.
Well, congratulations. I hope the back feels better soon, and you are the 2022 NFAA Indoor National Champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, some highlights of what went on in this shoot. Big crowd action.
It's nice that they moved this to Friday and Saturday for the pros, because it used to be the pros shoot off on Sunday night. You have everyone want to leave and go home, and now people can stick around that are going to shoot tomorrow and see the shoot off and kind of have fun and not have to worry about getting home for work on Monday.
Yeah, 100%. Especially with Kendall is back, Got to get that taken care of. As is typical in the senior male category, a lot of congratulations across the board.